himself. Finna do a live feed today on Mr. Short Dollar later on this evening. I got a Change Lives Mother YouTube channel. We'll do the show tonight. Your boy's a little bit under the weather, so y'all please excuse me. I know I sound stuffy as hell and stuff, but I'm trying to get over a little couple of ailments and everything. So hope everybody's doing fine. We'll have a quick discussion this afternoon in regards to a lot of questions I've been getting recently, and I kind of talk about this a lot in regards to the different things as far as grant opportunities, business loaning opportunities, and just business and personal and business growth opportunities. In regards to where your focus needs to be, where your energy needs to be, in regards to trying to develop yourself and make yourself grow. Again, this is Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Right now, I'm streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn right now. So if you're in there, if you're in the chats, please feel free to interact with me and everything. Again, right now we're talking about, focus on things you're not focusing. Don't focus on stuff that you don't have. More so focus on things you need to do. Again, not focusing on things that you don't have, more so focusing on things that you need to do. So right now, if you have anything to add to the conversation, great. But if it's outside of the topic what we're talking about, just hold the brakes on it. So as soon as we get through, just be talking about 30 hours, something like that. As soon as we get through with everything, I'll answer any question that you guys have. Hey, what's going on, Fayuse? Appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, right now we're streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. So feel free, to interact with us with the conversation. But again, I want to talk about, don't focus on what you don't have, focus on more what you need to do. And a lot of times, at the end of the year, where people go through and look at what they had planned, the goals they had planned for the previous year, say the end of 2021, you wanted to start your business, you leave your job, you want to lose weight. And we start reflecting back on all the things that we didn't do or we didn't accomplish. And we start reflecting on why we didn't. This person caused it, I caused it, whatever the reason being, and never looking at things you could have did differently or what were you in control of to make those particular goals happen. And I was going through, we got probably like 150 some grant opportunities right now on the YouTube channel, and I'm constantly getting excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm constantly getting feedback in regards to, well, they say they want this and they require this and stuff. So different comments and questions in regards to what the grant opportunities is asking. It's fine, you guys. If you got any question about anything, please feel free to ask me. I'm an open book. I put this stuff out there to help you guys. So I'm not tripping about you asking questions. But asking a question and stopping yourself because you feel like son, your ass don't want to damn do, that's two whole different things, okay? Before we get started, I do want to remind everybody, my birthday was this past Saturday. We had a blast. That's probably why your boy damn sick right now. That party too hard. It passed Saturday, but I had a good birthday, and I appreciate everybody send me birthday shouts out on social media. I love you guys, and I really appreciate it. But getting back to what we talked about, there are so many times that we talk ourselves out of doing things and not being able to accomplish it. A lot of times I know you see a lot of videos, people telling you, they're giving these good inspirational speeches, do this and think this way and all that kind of stuff. Shit, I know how hard it is to get stuff started. I know how it is to fail. I know how it is to give 150% effort and 150% commitment to something and shit don't go your way. So trust me, I understand that part of it and everything. Thank you. I appreciate that. But what I want you guys to understand, the people that endure everything, you the ones that are going to get rewarded for it, okay? I was looking through some of the comments this morning, and I seen this one comment. I don't think young lady meant nothing about it, but she was just adamant, we got to have these particular things for this grant opportunity. And I'm just like, yeah, we have the grants are always, remember, guys, grants are created for what? To solve problems. Every grant is going to be made for different reasons. Have a grant, just so you guys know, because I get asked this question a lot, right? Do you like Ursula? What the hell? Boy, I tell you, boy, at TikTok's something else, boy. I guess a lot of freaks, man. I guess on the oddest questions. Back to the subject. On with the grants. Sorry about that, guys. With the grants, you never get a grant for just say, I'm not gonna say never, that's a strong word, but you hardly get a grant for starting a lawn service. You hardly get a grant for starting up a print shop, your calendar shop, your lipstick company. You're making custom cups and stuff. There'll never be a grant for that. What the grants will be for, if helping single moms come out of poverty, helping soldiers getting reintegrated in society, helping foster kids learn new business skills. That's what grants for. Like I said, again, grants are created to solve problems. The issue comes up is when you apply for these grants, guys, you got to understand is that every time someone you got to understand when you're applying for these grants, you have to make your pitch apply to the grant. And what I mean by that is, if you say that, and again, I'm not saying don't do it, because once you get the money, you can apply for a loan. You have the idea of your thought process is to get a loan to fund your business, to hire 4 more people. That's what you're getting the loan for. Then when you get the money in your hand, you change your mind about it. That's on you. But I'm talking about in terms of just getting these grants. The application has to fit the actual grant. So when I say what I mean by that is, when you're applying for these grants and you know that you have a lawn service and it's a grant for small businesses that but they requesting that you have some kind of social media platform, and you say to yourself, why does everybody keep talking about Ursula on this TikTok? I don't know. But when you say, okay, I'm looking, I have a landscaping company, and the grant is saying that, listen, you need to have some kind of social media platform, or be a YouTuber or some kind of social media influencer with that. I'm saying don't stop there because you're a landscaper. Just follow me, guys, and this can apply to anybody's business. You can just craft your application and say, listen, I have this landscaping company, and this is a grant they want you to be able to, we'll give you $10,000 to, as a social media influencer. You have to make some kind of positive impact in the community. You just need to get you a YouTube, Instagram, TikTok channel, and just show yourself out there in the community doing those particular things that the grant require. Don't let some shit that's going to take you an hour or two stop you from getting $10,000 and sometimes more. And I just think that a lot of times people cause hangups with themselves because they're not, trying to embrace that, hey, you got to put a little, legwork behind what you're trying to do. You have to craft your application for these grants to take advantage of it. There is no way around that, okay? You have to be able to do that. It's not going to be as easy. I think the disaster loan kind of got everybody confused in regards to how easy it was to get those particular grants, but that's not how it works. It does not work like that, where you just say, I had X amount of employees and they give you $1,000. That's not how grant applications work. And I think a lot of people got that confused. The grants have to they're created to solve a particular problem. Again, your application has to, and the pitch has to solve the problem that the grant was created for. Okay. You have to keep that in mind. And if every time you get some kind of uncertainty or some kind of where you're uncomfortable, each time you're trying to advance your business or try to acquire a particular amount of funding, y'all gonna get stopped. You're never gonna grow. Okay, that's just one of the things that's is never gonna happen. You're never gonna grow from it. So you just have to stop being the stop sign in your life, being the stop sign in your business. A lot of time we make these little barriers. We're like, man, no folks want me to turn in all this damn paperwork. Now you sit there and say to yourself, that you in your life, you done a whole lot more shit to get a whole lot less money. And when somebody say, look, I want you to fill out these 10 pages to get this particular money, and you say, well, no, that's too much stuff to be doing. They want me to make a video. We had several grants. I know last year, especially for Black female entrepreneurs, there was a lot of sisters just like, they want me to do this and do that. And there was a lot, I mean, trust me, I would say 95%, I think of the people that the actual apply for the grants and stuff, and probably, I would say maybe 20% got rewarded, because I try to make sure I put grant opportunities where there'll be a lot of opportunities for people to apply for when I do my research for them. I'm pretty sure nobody was really cool with going through all the stuff. But if you put in just realistic terms, if somebody can pay you, 20, 10, 20, hell, $1,000, just $1,000 for you to just put out a little information and type up a paragraph, I don't see the damn problem with doing it. But that's just Deonte, But I will share this with you guys. And I'm very transparent. You don't see it on LinkedIn. I mean, on TikTok and Instagram. But if you ever look up the video they're streaming on Facebook and YouTube, I have all the social media platforms for all my businesses on there, and also I have the LinkedIn on there. So I always say, you want to verify who the hell I am, you can look at Deonte Burden. My LinkedIn is on all the YouTube videos and the Facebook videos. And I say that to say I've been on a board member on several organizations. I was board member for USA Track and Field. I'm a board member now for 100 Black Men. And I would just tell you that, working for those major nonprofits like that, especially on the board member level, you constantly looking for grants, constantly looking for money and stuff like that. And that's why, and those particular grants that those organizations apply for are a whole lot bigger than the ones that we post on the channel. Those actual ones need grant writers, right? And going back to just looking in relative terms in regards to those bigger grants and to the ones that we post on the channel, keep in mind, guys, most grants, those bigger grants ask for what's called deliverables. And what I mean by deliverables, they are things that they just different bullet points that they want you to be able to deliver on with the grant, right? Just something we're doing it. And it's the same thing with a lot of these grants. They're just saying, make a damn YouTube video. So tell us a story or whatever. Don't get discouraged on somebody asking you to do a little work to get a little money. I'm just saying, don't be that stop sign. Don't be that break, in your growth to stop you from growing. Okay, you'll constantly be restarting over. You can't. You won't do that. I just want you guys, because again, we're talking about don't focus on what you don't have, focus more on what you got to do. A lot of times when we encounter things that we're not familiar with, we don't really want to go through it, And I can understand a lot of times, being uncomfortable, whatever, but I always preach that be comfortable being uncomfortable. You have to be open-minded enough with your personal development and your business development. Be okay with finishing something in a way that ain't necessarily comfortable with you or familiar with you, right? A lot of times people will tell us to do a certain thing, and and we've probably been on a certain path our whole lives, and we think that's the way to do it. But there are other ways to cross the finish line. You can jump over it, you can slide over it, crawl over it, backwards, flip over it, run backwards, all kind of ways you can cross the finish line. You just have to understand that when you do it different ways, it may be a little easier, maybe a little bit more challenging, maybe a little quicker, maybe a little bit more time consuming. But if your goal is to cross the finish line, you've met the goal. Now, the thing over there that kind of changes that, just sometimes the cost to cross. Okay, what I mean by cost to cross, do you have the time to lose? Do you have the money to lose? Do you have the ability to make the sacrifices to do it? And if you feel like, okay, yes, again, let me change that. If you believe and know yes, you'll do that. Believe if you feel when you're feeling things, you may not necessarily accomplish the goals you want. But we're here in 2022. I know everybody on the fresh start with themselves. I'm finna lose this weight. I'm finna leave this job. I'm finna start this business. I'm finna grow my company. Again, for you to make them words into reality, you gotta do some real soul checking and hard planning to make everything happen. And I'm gonna be very honest with you. Sometimes if my lights went out. Sometimes if one of your main goals is just to accomplish the task and not necessarily looking at the steps it takes to make the task, I think sometimes we use those kind of things to protect ourselves, to then hold ourselves accountable. Because a lot of times people don't want to necessarily make themselves accountable. You check out the video that we did last month. I do the video every year in December, how to set goals. I teach you how to plan your goals, strategize them out, implement them, and then go back and recheck your goals. Check that out on Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube as far as the video on goal setting. But you have to make sure that when you sit there and say to yourself, I want to make this change, I want to make these particular things happen in my life, happen in my career, happen in my business, you make those uncomfortable decisions, make them uncomfortable plans, and also make them plan B's and C's just in case it don't work. So I really want you guys, like I said, we're gonna give you guys a lot of information this year. I'm really gonna expand the YouTube channel. I'm gonna make sure my other channel change lives, which I've had the longest. We haven't had a lot of growth out of that channel. We're gonna do a little couple things different with that channel also. But even with Mr. YouTube, Mr. Short Dollar, with Mr. Short Dollar, I'm gonna have a lot of great information for you guys. But I don't want you guys to be hesitant and hold yourself up because, damn, D, this is a lot of work we're gonna have to do. You know what I'm saying? The joke said, you look like Joe from The Flash. I'm done. But thanks. But I just really, again, don't be that break. Don't be that stop sign in your journey and stuff. Because we had a lot of, people asking, hey, how do you do this? Or where's the video? Can you apply? I'm gonna make sure anything that I put out for you guys is gonna be pretty simple for you to apply for. But you got to do some leg work. You can't sit here and hope everybody's gonna hand stuff to you. Like I really think that idle loan is it really messed a lot of people up in regards to understanding how business grants and things like that happen. That's not business loans typically aren't underwritten like that. When I say underwritten, as far as approved and information they need, that most of them aren't like that. So I just want you guys to understand that you have to make sure that you taking it upon yourself and to take the time to equip yourself with the knowledge of what needs to be done, what you need to provide. If you don't have the certain things in place, what you need to do to improve yourself. I got over 350 videos on the YouTube channel. 350 videos. We got everything segregated by the different playlists, from the grants to financing, personal finance, entrepreneurship, and business. So there's a ton of information we got out there for you guys for free. But I just want you guys to, I just want to start the year off with that. Look, we ain't gonna have no breaks on ourselves. We ain't gonna hold ourselves up. We ain't gonna have no damn hangups while we can't do it. I'm gonna wait till I get paid here. I'm gonna wait till I clear up my credit. I'm gonna wait till I grow that. Like I said, all of last year, there were so many people worrying about getting a certain damn credit score before they went and got a business damn loan and never had a conversation with the bank. Let the bank, remember, guys, what I always tell you guys, let the bank tell you what the hell they want. Not Deonte, not such and such on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. Go sit down with the bank. Tell them who you are. Tell them what you're trying to do. Tell them how much money you want. They can let you know all the different products they got. They can let you know if you're okay, you're not okay. Take care of these particular things and come back. What you don't want to do is spend a whole damn year working on your damn credit, trying to build what you think is right. And then when you go to apply, you get turned down again. And it's not because they don't want to give you a loan, it's because you focus on the wrong thing. Like I always say, let them tell you no, let them tell you what they want, because they're the ones giving you the money. I can give you information, give you tools to help you. But at the end of the day, the person that's giving you the money is the person that's, you most importantly need to be listening to. So make sure you make a conscious effort to have those banking relationships. Talk through 2 or 3 different banks, okay? Don't let your score, don't let your financial situation hold you up, okay? Don't, okay? Just make sure you're getting, those relationships started. The other thing is, guys, when we say don't focus on what you don't have, focus on what you need to do. Make sure you get the right advice from the right people. Now, what I mean by that is, I definitely gonna never damn tell you, make sure you just only talk to people that's gonna tell you what you want to hear. You want to make sure you're talking to people that are gonna be honest with you, that's gonna tell you, hey, no, I think it's messed up. I'm former military, I'm Army, so I'm used to people telling you that's effed up, that's whatever, and I'm cool with that. That's kind of how I function. And I've been a football coach for 20 years, and I have kept that same suit. Now, in business, of course, I don't just tell people that, but I will be very honest with you when I feel like something isn't correct. You have to make sure that you talk to people that can be honest with you. And most importantly, they're capable of giving you the right advice. Far too often we deal with our family and friends, but they care about us and they love us, but they don't know what the hell going on. You know, your uncle that worked at Ford for 30 years, he worked there. He understands that whole tie section, but he probably don't know the whole thing in regards to plant operations and different kind of managerial thing. They just don't. And they'll never, and a lot of times, unfortunately, they'll never be the ones that admit to you what the hell they don't damn know. They'll just, hey, I think I know this, I think I know that. They'll tell you, you know, because they spoke to the damn plant supervisor, the vice president in the elevator for years, that they know what's going on. They don't know shit. So you have to make sure that you try to equip yourself with people that can give you that advice. You know, be cool with going approaching people that you're not familiar with. And if they act funny to you, that don't matter. Keep trying to find people that can be mentors and give you proper advice. Because at the end of the day, if you talk to somebody that you're not necessarily familiar with, that is knowledgeable about it, and they act real funny with you, remember your end game is to grow your business. You can care less about all the other stuff. You ain't in your feelings about the others. You being selfish. You only concerned with growing your business, right? We making your money. So if that person don't want to talk to you, screw them. Go talk to the next person. More than likely, most people that are successful, legitimately successful, legitimately got money in their pocket, legitimately have had failures and have came back from those failures, they don't mind talking to you. That's why I can sit here and tell y'all, a lot of times, you know, when people talk about getting these business loans, growing these businesses and stuff like that, I can say, nah, that shit don't always work like that, you know, because I've secured several six-figure loans. You know what I'm saying? I've been through corporate America. I've been a business owner for over 20 years. I am 100% self-employed. I can tell you, like, nah, man, you know, when you're 100% self-employed, I don't have PTO. You know, I don't have paid sick leave. You know, of course, you can have some kind of structures, but again, when I get sick, I'm sick. So, like, now, but you just, you know, it's hard to get certain advice for certain people that haven't been down a certain track. So I just want you guys to make sure when you're going down whatever journey, be it personal growth, business growth, entrepreneurial growth, you surrounding yourself with people and mentors that can give you good, proper, and honest advice. Okay. Don't just, you know, don't get discouraged because the person tell you, nah, that's not a good idea, because you don't spend a lot of time on it. You feeling your heart and your spirit is good. And they tell you, no, I don't think that's a good idea. And you pitch to them, well, this is the reason why. Right? And then they say, nah, I don't agree. Then you ask them why. What you do, you go back and you take the information they gave you, the reason they gave you, apply it to your situation, not necessarily in that conversation. Apply it to your situation and say, you know what? They may got a good point. Or you may go back and say, you know what? That's a, you know, I can surpass that. I'm gonna use myself for example. I was a salon owner for 17 years. I don't know a damn thing about hair. I just closed my salon last year. And I remember before I bought the salon, I went to a lot of people. I went to 3 or 4 of my partners that had barbershops. Been successful in the game for a minute. Went to 2 or 3 salons, just getting intel. Why would you do it? Why you doing it? That's why I'm looking. All of them thought it was a bad idea for me because I was doing absentee ownership. I was going to buy this salon and I was not going to be there. But the problem, when nobody was taking consideration, I'm a businessman. I know business. And when all of them gave me reasons, and I never tried to get them to see it from my point. I just needed to gather intel. I just need to gather information so they can give me all the reasons why I wouldn't do it, why I shouldn't do it. Writing them down, look at it with this, with that, with this, with that. Okay. And then I will go through and say, well, look, D, can you combat this? Can you overcome that? Can you overcome that? And all the hell I felt I could. Because a lot of times people will say to you, well, I remember one of my partners said, well, you got salon on every corner. Why would they stop you? And everybody got salon. You know, like, shit, they ain't me. They ain't me. I mean, I was just straight on that confidence. But math-wise and business-wise, I don't think too many folks touch me. You know, and I was just there. And it wasn't even about confidence. I just knew, like, I had that stuff going. And during that whole span I was there, you talking about maybe during them 17 years, and I closed my salon, there were probably maybe 30 salons that was in that immediate area over off Old National. I had my salons that opened up and closed, but they were barbers and stylists. They weren't business folks. They knew how to do hair, but they didn't know how to do business. So I was in business making all this money. Don't know a damn thing about hair. But I say this to say I did a smart thing, went and gathered intel to figure it out. If there were situations during the process were doing it, be it from operational standpoint, the math wouldn't work, I wouldn't have got into it. And there have been business deals, especially in real estate over the years, where things have been presented to me and I can look at it, a person can say, man, this is a deal. And I'm looking at it. No, I'm not saying it's a bad, you tell people I'm not saying it's a bad deal, but it's not a good damn deal for me. It might be a good deal for another person. But again, it's the same process. You're talking to credible people. You're looking it over. Send it to your real estate attorney. You send it to this person. You got these different contracts going. Man, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? What are the ins and outs? What I can and can't do. Don't be afraid to put several eyes on your stuff, right? And if you go back after you come back from the lab and you say, look, that didn't work for me, you can live with that. Don't be a damn fool and try to just say, well, I feel it in my heart. I prayed on it. Yes, be homeless. I'm telling you. Be smart. It's the reason why the president got a cabinet. And every, British prime minister got a damn parliament. Everybody has credible people to give them advice, experts in that particular field, right? Now, if they're going to give them information, it's still on the head man to make the decision, right? But don't put yourself in a situation where you didn't get credible advice about doing stuff. Remember the rule. The employee knows a whole lot of stuff about one thing. The owner, the CEO, needs to know a little bit about a lot of stuff. That's it. You don't have to know everything. You most importantly need to know who to call, whatever. When something going wrong, man, let me call Charlie. Let me call Sue. Let me call Stacy. Let me call Ann, because they're experts in that particular field. That's all you need to know who to get in contact with. The honesty is just make sure they're credible and verifiable with you. You say, okay, I know they know their stuff. Not because, just feel like, hey, what do you think about this? They don't know a damn thing about it. No, don't do that. Make sure you get that professional advice and kind of go through that whole process, what I told you in regards to how to evaluate the advice they gave you. Again, like I said, people give you advice, listen to them. Write it down. Pitch what you want to say. And just because they don't agree with you, don't get in your feelings about it. Just ask why. And when you know why, you say, well, damn, okay, every reason they just gave, I think I can overcome that. Really, I know I can cope. No one know what you're thinking. I want you knowing that you can overcome it and roll from there. Every time I didn't do this in my life, my damn studio, a couple of places, I didn't do proper due diligence. And it came back and bit me in my butt. And most importantly, bit me in my damn wallet. When I went and just say I trusted this person, and not saying a person tried to get over on me, but you have a close friend. I could just say I had a real estate deal. That shit was 5-6 years ago. It was a couple of us put in about 20 grand as a down payment. I know I put in 7, and it went left. And the reason why I even did the deal, did no kind of research. That was my partner. I trust him. Smart, sharp guy. And it bit me in my damn butt and bit me in my wallet, because even my dumb ass, I actually talked to one of my real estate advisors. He after a while, when I kept just rolling it to him, he said, well, Pooch, man, go on and try it. But he really wasn't, sold on it from the get-go, but I don't want to keep pressing it to him. But definitely I didn't give the normal scrutiny that I normally would, because I trusted this person. And again, that was one of them damn things. 2 or 3 months later, that damn house gone, foreclosed on. So that's why I can sit here and tell you, I see everybody in the fix or flip, buying damn tax liens and all this other kind of stuff. I mean, I hear you. I see the videos, but and again, sometimes you might want to see something. Let some of these folks show you a little bit more than a damn video. You might want to see some legal documents. I always remember, guys, property information is public information. So anytime somebody say they own something and they name on there, you can Google it and see. I ain't gonna say, damn dreams. I'm gonna tell you something, messed up or not. So I just want you guys to understand that that's not talking about anybody, but I know in that real estate game, it ain't if something gonna happen, is when something gonna happen. And you talking about buy a house this day, you gotta get these repairs done. Code enforcement gonna come in. Inspectors code can come out and inspect it in 30 days. And if something off, that's another 30 to 45 days when they come out there. All the while you still paying on a loan or without. Nah, it's not. I don't know what the hell they be doing that stuff on TV. I guess that's a California thing where they just buy a house and it's fixed and sold in 3 weeks. I mean, you say about 3 to 6 months, maybe 9 months. Yeah, that's more realistic flip. But I just want you guys to kind of understand some of those things we're looking at. Make sure you get the credible people, the right people. Pay them lawyers, pay them attorney, pay them the accountants, pay those damn architects. Find out, get the proper people to tell you, hey, what's wrong, what you can and can't do. Don't be afraid to do that. Sit down and talk, pay them consultants, pay them, going to do it. That little $300 you got to spend will make you feel so good. We got to go through it. You get them home, you looking at buying that house and putting $20,000 down. Hey, go and get that home inspector that money, go through that house. Let them go through. And then you can do some realistic math on what you need to get fixed. You can do some realistic math with doing it. So please get proper advice. And, lastly, guys, I just want to let you guys know, regardless of which path you want to do, you want to talk, you feel like you're talking yourself in and out of doing certain things, just remember this rule, guys. If you feel you can't do something, or if you feel you can do something, more like you probably right, either damn way. If you feel you can't do it, you're probably right. If you feel you can do it, you're probably damn right. It's all about perspective. It's all about perspective. And a lot of times we lean on things because of fear or desire. We kind of scared about doing it. We really don't want to deal with it anyway. If you're not feeling good about a certain situation, leave the shit alone. When your energy get back right, or if you don't like it at all, you just leave it alone. You want to be focused on what you're doing. Don't let nobody hype you up to do something that you know it ain't good for you. And that doesn't mean you can't necessarily do it later. Again, it may not necessarily be good for you right then. That's why I told you sometimes I can see a deal. It's not all of them aren't bad deals. They just not a good deal for Deonte at that particular time, right? And I can be cool with folks with that. I'm not worried about, hey man, you can make some money. I don't give a damn about that. I'm cool. I'm confident in myself. I'm gonna make some damn money. I've been making money my whole damn life, so I ain't worried about that. I got that covered. That right there ain't never been a problem of mine, making no damn money. The thing of it is that me feeling good after I lost some damn money, that's why I need some damn therapy shit. So you just need to make sure that you understand who you are, where you are, especially in life, and understand, you got your responsibility. Don't let greed overshadow, your conscience or anything, especially your decision making, guys. But again, I just want to have a quick conversation with you. Don't focus on what you don't have, more so focus on what you need to do. So good luck with you guys. I got the floor open. I'm looking again on any one of the platforms. You got any questions, guys? The floor is open, so feel free. Give you about 2 or 3 minutes to just check, see if anything comes in. So y'all let me know if you got any questions about anything. Okay. I like that Joe Flash. Joe from the Flash, man. You hell. I'm trying to figure out who is. I love Ursula. I can't figure out who the hell Ursula was. I don't see anything right now. I said Ursula is my mom, and I don't know your mom. I'm sorry. But she's a fan of the show. Absolutely. I love your mom. Absolutely. I love Ursula. Outside of that, anybody else have any questions or anything, please feel free to do that. Guys, we got I think maybe 3 or 4 grants that are live, right? More than that is live. I know some that we focused in the past couple weeks in regards to the grant opportunities. Make sure you go to Mr. Short on YouTube and look at the grant opportunities that we have on there. I got a question in, Monisha Williams. Is wholesale real estate too risky? I don't think nothing is too risky. It depends on where you at with everything. So again, you're talking about you can make a lot of money wholesaling, but you got to look how much time you're going to have to commit to wholesaling to do that. With getting the deal, finding the people and doing that. I wouldn't necessarily say it's too risky. I think just with anything else, if you make you're going to have to cut your teeth. You're going to have to get some burns with doing that. That's not my cup of tea, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you don't do it. But I would tell you, spend a lot of time doing your homework and learning that game. Just learn that game. before you go knee deep into it. Cut, just like anything else, learn how to drive the car first, and then you can drive fast. But I don't think investing is investing, but it's really how much you told you're gonna stick into it. Don't worry about breaking the bank and making $1 million deal from the beginning. Just focus on growing yourself, and I think you'll be okay. All right. I hope I answered your question with that. Let me see what that FA use. Do you need to have an LLC in order to get a grant? No, you don't. You don't need an LLC. You don't need a C corp. Now, let me say this first. When we post the grants, I always tell you guys to make sure you look at the requirements and everything. Some may require that you get have an LLC or a C corp, but it just varies. So it's not a one size fits all. I always say that structure-wise, start off there, because if it's a grant for Black women, I know damn well I can't apply for it either, okay? But if it's a grant just for minority businesses, and you got to have X amount of things, you just go through the list of things you can't cover. Most of the time, the entity is not an issue, being in the LLC, C Corp, S Corp. Sometimes they ask for that. The problem comes up a lot of times is that you still need to have a legitimate business, tax ID number, and a bank account. They will never, most of the time, they'll never cut a check to you. So you need to have a legitimate business. And most of the time, if you get a business account, the bank is going to require you to have maybe an LLC or some kind of business license to open a business account. So that's probably one of the things y'all go back to. Remember, they're not going to cut a check. Most of these grants are not going to cut a check to Deonte. They're going to want to cut a check to Majestic Business Services. So for you to have that bank account to do that, most of them start back to the bank. So you probably have to go back to what the bank require, but it just varies. To answer your question, it varies. But understand that they're, regardless of the structure wise, it really depends on what the bank, what the grant is going to ask. But I think that still can come back and bite you. And even when I'm gonna do videos in regards, now we don't have that yet in breaking down the difference with the LLC, C Corp, S Corp. I know you got tons of videos out there right now. But we'll also go through and I'll, give my spiel on the different ones. You guys know I'm an accountant by profession. And what benefits you. I never tell people this is the best way to do it. I always try to give a practical response. If you're going to have an LLC, a S Corp, a C Corp, especially when we start going down that road of getting payroll and stuff like that. If you're not going to be disciplined and staying on top of payroll, don't start payroll up. Please don't do it, because next thing you know, then you owe an IRS, your Department of Revenue, and your Department of Labor, all kind of bills, and you forgot to file, even you didn't make money. So I always want to give you guys, these are your options. This is probably why you should do it, is why you shouldn't do it. And going back to knowing yourself, knowing your schedule, right? So, I have that video coming out. So that answers your question. Let's see. Okay. Manisha said I did. Faye said I did. Okay. Beatrice Nix, new to the channel. I like to hear I like what I hear. Do you do consults? Yes, we do consults. In the description section of the videos on YouTube and Facebook, like I said, I have all the social media platforms, and I also had a link if you want to book a consultant appointment. So all that stuff is in there. If you're on TikTok or if you're on Instagram, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. You can find us there. You can go to my business, which is Majestic Business Services. This is, we've been in business. How long have we been in business? This is 21 years this year. I'll let you know how long I've been stressing over it. 21 years this year. This is my 21st tax season. But the actual link, the booking appointment, is in the description section of the videos on YouTube and Facebook. Also, you can go to Majestic Business Service. That's www.majesticbiz, that's majesticbiz.com. That's majesticbiz.com. You can go to the website. Make sure, guys, if you haven't, when you go to the platforms, join the email list. The link for that is in the YouTube and Facebook. Join the email list. Okay, I'm always going to direct everybody to go back to the YouTube channel, because that's where we have over 300 videos. That's the hub where all the videos are there. Videos, business information, business operations, financing, grants. All those videos are there. Over 300 videos. I know a lot of times people go there like, damn, there's a lot of stuff on here and stuff. But yeah, and a lot of it is great information. So I think you can save yourself a lot of heartache and pain checking out a lot of that free information we got on the YouTube channel. when you get an opportunity to do it. Okay, and we're constantly updating everything also. So we do consults. I'm sorry about that. I had everything in the dog. I got another question here. Robert is asking, new here, but been watching your videos on TikTok. So very informative. I appreciate that. Welcome to the family. I'm glad you're here. And we got an exciting 2022, you guys. I got to get this damn internet dropping. over here and stuff. So we gotta get that stuff fixed, so we don't have any more drop-ups like that. But I got a super exciting 2022 plan for you guys. Got a lot more videos coming out. Guys, if anyone of you guys are self-employed, business owners, you had any kind of freelancers or contractors working for you during the year, check out that video I put out for how to fill out the 1099 NEC for independent contractors. I broke that whole thing down, so check that out. A lot of great information. Got a lot of great information coming down the pike also, guys. So make sure you stay tuned with everything. I love you guys. I appreciate the support. Again, I want to say thanks for all the birthday shouts I had. My birthday was January the 8th, and we partied hard. I partied a little too damn hard, as you can see. I'm all sick right now, but a lot of people gave me a happy birthday shout out and everything. So again, I want to say thanks to everybody for that. For doing it. We ended the year at I think 20,000 subscribers in 2021. Our goal is to make 50,000. So please share the channel information with with all your family and friends and as much as possible. And we're gonna do the best we can to kind of put out good information to you guys. Okay, listen, I'm finna get ready to close it up. I'm gonna open everything back on my other YouTube channel, Change the Lives, later on this evening. So you can Google Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. I may stream that one with Mr. Short Dollar. I'm just not for sure right now because I'm not even for sure what we're going to do the show on right now. But I just want to address that. Again, don't focus on what you don't have. Focus more on what you need to do. Don't focus on what you don't have. Focus more on what you need to do. And like I said, again, if you feel you can't do something, you feel you can do something, you're probably right. Like I said, it's like you're going to choose the perspective that you want to have to make sure you're going to be successful or not. Take care of yourself, guys. Take care of yourself, guys. Love you guys. Be safe and talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.